Well, that's a lot of stuff. So first up, we've got some fact sheets. Yes, it's a Friday leading up to their new pack coming out, and obviously the NEXAT Pack coming out. And we've got the first, I'd say batch. It's the first fact sheet. There's one anyway. So on this one, we got the NEXAT carrier vehicle. So obviously everything that is going to be extra obviously is going to be mounting to this vehicle. It's going to have a 1100 horsepower engine. It's going to have 1700 litres of fuel in the tank, which is all right. It's got a CVT gearbox, and it's going to run at 15 mile an hour. Now, to be fair, this is a big vehicle. It is very big. And obviously, it's going to have some big things bolted to it, attached to it, however you want to call it, and I put my teeth in. And on the front of that, on the front of this one anyway, we got the Daman SFP 22056 Profi class sprayer. That's a long name, I must admit. So obviously it's going to be doing your fertilizer and your herbicide. It's got a 22,000 litre capacity on the tank, a 56 metre working width on that. That's huge. That really is big. And it's got a working speed at 7 mile an hour. And to be fair, obviously the next set, it's supposed to be like, next gen, whatever you want to call it, new age farming. We'll go down that road. Next gen, new age. That should be the tagline for it. A little bit more better for your farm. It's got less, tire imprints going over your field, that sort of thing. And obviously, I think it's been out before as a mod, and now it's coming out as DLC. You make out of that what you will. But it's coming on March the 11th, and if you do fancy picking it up and you are playing on PC, there will be a link down below. Click on that, and that helps the channel out at no extra cost. Now, on to the mods. Well, so first up is Decorative Objects Pack. This is by Aguacadabra, 19.71 megabyte on the download. And it's dear, oh dear. I mean, it says on the website, more than 160 pieces. Yeah, in total, it's actually 180. And it's all of this that we've got placed in. I mean, there is all sorts on the go. I mean, you've even got, like, what are these from the playground area where you can build some stuff? I mean, you've got actual playground stuff. You've got all sorts. There's a trampoline there as well. So that'll be all right. So obviously this is... If I went through each and every one, we would be here forever. But so we're not going to do that. But you have got also, I mean, you could like make yourself like a concrete bunker style area to, place some stuff in. You've got a little cow mailbox. I mean, there is all sorts. Obviously, as the name would suggest, is to decorate your farm. And you really could, because there's literally all sorts in this. We've got patio chairs, picnic table. That one's all right. I'll do like that one. So obviously, you go wild. Go wild with your farm. Why not? Well, next up is Groundwater Pump. This is by Caltabero, 2.72 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under factories. Now, it's only going to cost you £3,000, and this is interesting indeed. So you've got an option to take water out, and then obviously you've got your production chain menu. And what you can do with this is obviously you get water. So obviously you turn it on. It's then, it's not going to need anything going into it. It just gets water out of the ground, as you can imagine. But what you can do, obviously you can take it out of a tanker, no problem, but you can also set it to distributing. So if you've got some like greenhouses knocking around somewhere or whatever, some animal pens that need water, set it to distribute. It's going to fill them up. It's going to fill them up, no problem. You haven't got to worry about it. I mean, there is a note on the website that whilst it does take a while to get going, if the pump extracts more water than you can store and you can use, you're still going to get charged. So you may end up with, 1,000,000 litres of water. I mean, we've just turned it on now. I've got the game running at single speed and we've already got 132 litres. So it is going to fill up pretty quick. So if you haven't got anything using it up, you might want to come and turn it off every so often, just so you're not going to be continually charged for it. But that being said, that is all right. Well, next up is Natural Waterplants. This is by Owl Moonlight MA, 6.04 megabyte on the download. And you can hear them already. The frogs croaking away. Now, These, well, you're going to find them under plants in the old landscaping area. We've got two versions here. So we've got the actual reed mix. So that's going to be this section up here. And then we've got this bit which carries on round. That's going to be your latifolia reed mix. Okay, and you do have two different versions. I mean, you have got that one there, which is obviously that without the sounds. We then got this one with the sounds, and then we've also got another one which is watergrass without the sounds. Now, ideally, you'd put them on some sort of water plane, but obviously on Riverbend Springs you don't own any of the water planes. So if you're on a map that you can, or maybe you've built one out with the, was it the natural waterways? Yeah, you can place these on top. It does say place them on top of the water. Now, I've tried to construct a little water area with a rice field. It's sort of worked-ish. We'll give it a go anyway. And then all you do is obviously just click on it. And it says area restricted for me. So I'm just going to do Y. Put it in old toggle free mode. I'm going to place it down like that. Let's have a little look. Yeah, it's sort of sunk through the ground. You do really need to have that water plane thing on the go, because these two, whilst you can see them, they are sort of under the water. So just bear that in mind. That being said, that's all right. Right, next up is Powerful Spotlights Pack. This is by Vanquish 081, 1.37 megabyte on the download. And as you can imagine, they're going to be found under lights. Now, we've got 4 different versions. Well, technically, we've got 2 different versions and 2 different types of that, if you understand what I mean. So first up, we've got this one here, 2150, the 360 big automatic. So those lights will come on when they need to, even though they're on now, and it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, but okay. We then got a 180 version of the same thing, automatic. So we've got, actually, the 180 is the one that's stuck on. All right, fair enough. So obviously, you know, got one side that lights up, and then the 360 that lights up both sides. We then got at the back, we've got manual versions of both. So we've got the 180 there, and then we've got the 360 just there. So obviously, the automatic ones, you don't really need to worry about them. Apart from that one, stuck on. Maybe your electric bill's going to go through the roof. Now, with the manual ones, you come over here, you've got a little light switch at the bottom. You just turn them on like that, press B, on they come. I mean, to be fair, it means August, and it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. They are very bright. I mean, it's going to light up your farmyard in the night time, no problem. Oh, fair enough. Right, next up is British Style Bunker Silo. This is by Rod T Mod, 12.19 megabyte on the download. And as you can imagine, you're going to find it under silos. Now, it's going to cost you 75 grand, and obviously, it's somewhere for you to do a bit of chaffage. Turn it into silage. And that being said, I mean, it's a fairly decent size. So, like, even like the small 3 meter compactors, yeah, you could go for something a little bit bigger. I mean, I like where the concrete blocks are joined together with the metal strips, with the little brackets. That's ace. And obviously, you've got this big area here. Jobs are good and gets plenty of silage on the go. There's no capacity mentioned on the website, mind you. But that being said, you can get plenty of stuff in here. Right, next up is Steel Sheds Pack. This is by Macca, 8.92 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them, as you can imagine, under sheds. So first up, we've got the 2-sided open version, 2,700 to buy. You then got the 1-sided open version, which is 3.5 grand, and we then got the enclosed version for 5 grand. Right, fair enough. So obviously, you know, it's a shed. At the end of the day, open both sides, drive-through options. No problem. You're not really going to be stuck on that. I mean, yeah, you're probably not going to be able to get really wide stuff in there, but it should be all right nonetheless. And then obviously this one, you've got the same sort of shed, but with a back wall. So I'd say you should still be all right, unless you want the drive-through option. Yeah, either's going to be fine for you. And then we'll come to the 2-door version. So you come over here like that. We'll open up that door. That. Once you're inside, plenty of space on the go. And you've got another door at the other end. I mean, you're not short on space in here. A couple of little workbenches over there as well. We've got a light switch here. A light switch comes on anywhere in the shed. I'd imagine that's probably for the door then. Turn the lights on. Nice and bright when it's dark at night. That's a nice set of sheds, that is. Right, next up is the Tajfun DVG 2x55 AHK. Man, that's a lot of letters in that. This is by WolfX Modding, 4.07 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under winches, because obviously this is for your forestry shenanigans. Now it's going to mount up to the 3-point on the back of your tractor, and looks like it's got 2 winches. Interesting indeed. Now you do have the requirement of 70 horsepower from your tractor with a 5.5 ton weight limit on using the winch itself. You have the accessories, yes or no. That's going to be putting those on the front or the back, depending on which way you're looking at it. You then got winch, so normal pulley or driven pulley SG. It's changing those top mounts of it. Okay, what about this side? No, it's just that side. Okay, fair enough. It's going to cost you 13,800 to buy if you go for the base version, which is that there. If you're doing a bit of forestry, you need to pull some logs out of the way. Yeah, hook one of these up. Right, next up is the Orizzonti PFD Vario. This is by SMI Modding Team, 6.35 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under grape tools. Obviously, this is going to be a pruner for you. So once you've got your grape harvest off and you've gone to the next month or the next day, or however many days you're playing, you're going to need to prune the vines down. When they go yellow, you need to get rid of those dead weeds. Now, this is going to be the thing for you. 70 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 6 mile an hour working speed, 13,200 to buy. Obviously, it is single-sided, so you will have to double up on the rows, on the vines. Yeah, I mean, that looks great. Really does. I mean, I know SMI Modding Team, yeah, pretty good at doing mods. This just looks awesome. I mean, it's like you got the translucent plastic bits on the side. That looks brilliant. Well, next up is the Prinoth Leitwolf Pack. This is by HR Force and Farmall, 23.74 megabyte on the download, and comes down to your mods and DLCs. It's so much easier to find it. So first up, we've got the actual Prinoth itself, the Leitwolf Agri Power, 435 horsepower engine, 14 mile an hour top speed, with a price of 190 grand. You then get the option to change the engine. So we'll go to the stage 1, 672 horsepower. And then back to 435. Go for the stage 1 tune. Oh, why not? 672. Then got windows, standard, tinted, or standard. Then got beacon light. So we got design 1, design 2, 3, 4, and then back to 1. I like those. The white glass on the lights, that's all right. You then got your main colour. Here we go. Right, so we'll do that one. Does those bits. Your interior colour is obviously going to be doing your interior. You then got your decal colour. We'll go over blue. Does the stickers and the wheel. You then got your air conditioner colours. That's going to be that bit on the roof. So we'll go for green on that one. There we are. And then your crawler colour. So that's going to be the inside of the tracks. Oh, we're going to have to do the usual, aren't we? There we are. Oh, why not? Why not, indeed? I mean, to be fair, the blue with the pink doesn't look that bad, actually. I must admit, the green on top, yeah, probably not. But obviously, with this, you are going to need something to go on the front. And we've got these two, the Leitwolf Leveler. So first off, the standard 5-meter working width, and it's going to cost you 6 grand. You got the option to change the main colour, so we'll go with that. Just the main colour. Then design colour is going to do that bit on the bottom. Now, obviously, this is going to be for leveling, so, into your bunker silo, smooth it all out, ready for you to do your bit of compaction. Now, the sides open up, you can lower it and raise it, jobs are good. Now, you do have the Pro version, which is 8 grand to buy, which is a little bit interesting because it's 2 grand more, and you've got to do more work with it. Obviously, it opens up and unfolds and raises and lowers, just like the other one, but the standard one will follow the floor sort of thing, whereas the Pro one, you've got to constantly monitor and change the height of it. So depending on how far you want to go with the old immersiveness, depends on which one you go for. But that being said, that is ace. And the last mod for the day is the John Deere 8000. This is by Smetty, 24.26 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under large tractors. Now, it's got a 160 horsepower engine, 24 mile an hour top speed, and it's going to cost you 90,200 to buy. You do have the option to change the engine output, so 160 is standard, then goes up to 180, and 200, 225, 300, and then back to 160. Oh, have the chip tune. 300 horsepower, why not? Then got the option of your wheel brands: Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, BKT, Raderstein, and then back to Trelleborg. And what have we got? Got some twins all round. Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. You then got your mud guards. These are going to be on the back. So you've got your EU. You then got the EU2, so that's not with the extra bit on the side. You then got the US, which doesn't seem to have any, mind you. All right, fair enough. Then back to the EU. Front fenders, EU, US, and then none. You then got your side sign, which is actually indicator stalks or nothing. GPS, so we've got yes or no, so it puts that receiver on the roof. You then got exhaust. There we are. So we've got 1, 2, 3, or back to 1. Oh no, go for the full chrome one. That looks ace, or like that. You then got mirrors. So number 1, 2, or 1. Wow, how far back are those mirrors? That's like nearly in line with your shoulders. All right, okay. Beacons. So we've got none. We've got 1, 2, 3, or none. That's a little weird way of doing it, but okay, fair enough. Interior. So you've got no. Number 1. Here we go. Right, we'll spin it around. Let's have a little look. Zoom in. Here we are. So we've got an extra mirror. We then got number 2, which puts it like a body seat there. Yeah. Number 3. What's number 3 put in? Is it the radio? Oh, yes, it is the radio. Number 4 is putting a bit of green carpet down. Number 5 is putting yellow carpet, or back to nothing. Right, no problem. Attachers on the front. So we have got standard. We've got 1600 kilo front weight. Standard 2, 1600 kilo front weight on standard 2. 3-point number 2 with lights, and then standard. So you go for the 3-point with extra lights in the grille. All right, fair enough. So we've got our main colour. Obviously, it's going to be your main colour. Yeah, why not? You then got design colour. Go over blue. Does those strips just above the front lights. You then got design colour again. We'll go over red. There we are. It's going to do your grille. And your rim colour is obviously going to be your rims. That being said, I mean, it's old school, the boxy style. Yeah, if you're going for that sort of look on your farm, this will fit in nicely. A couple of updates as well. So you've got Frankenmuth Farming Map by Taylor Farms, and that doesn't need a new save, so that's all right. Got the HW80 Wood Trailer by Camillos 0397, the Wind Turbine Package by Razak, the Old Sheds by Aggregati, and the Elegant House by Rajot G-Play.